We're honoring Rusty Brooks tonight. It's a memorial show for Rusty. This is very cool with Son J-Dog putting this whole thing together. And two of Rusty's favorites are right here. Yes! Angel Rose, aka Diamante, aka with wow. Oh, that's right.
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline!
Right.
Yes!
That's right.
And Mr. Maxx Stardom. And also because Ricky Martinez. That's right. We're using that for the MLW days. Yes. Both of you all know Rusty well, trained under Rusty, so much knowledge, experience. I'll start you first, Max. What can you say about Rusty and just your experiences with Rusty?
There's nobody like him in the business, man. When he opened his doors, literally his own doors to his house. Took us to his backyard where he had a ring. He was waiting for us to go every day, every weekend, work out. He was just proud of all of us to go to his house, and he never stopped teaching to the moment, to the last day I saw him. He always had something to say, and man, it's just weird without him. 100%. It's just weird.
100%. There's nobody like him. Like how giving he was professionally and even personally. Like he was giving to anybody. Like Ricky said. It instilled some of that in me. I'm in the ring, I'm super giving, professional. There isn't anything that I won't do. He had a heart of gold, and you know, he just told it like it was. He had a great sense of humor.
Yes, he did.
He was the man. He was the staple. He was part of like a pillar. If you had 4 pillars to build a foundation for South Florida wrestling, Rusty is definitely one of those pillars.
100%.
And Rusty, no nonsense. If you did something well, he'd tell you, and if you didn't do something well, he'd...
Oh yeah, he'll tell you straight up. And that's what makes Rusty students one of the best around. You know, he took his time to teach us everything that they could, from in the ring to promos to characters to entertainment. Man,
Just
it's just
psychology, just, you know, what made sense in wrestling and what didn't. He's just the man.
It's interesting because you mentioned the house, and I thought that was interesting too, when knowing Rusty all the years, that basically he had the ring set up in the backyard.
Yeah.
And when you guys are first starting and you're there, are you guys like thinking, whoa, what's going on here? We're in the backyard. I mean, what was the thoughts like, hey, we're going, or is it just, there's this guy and he has a ring and he knows what he's doing?
I think at that time we wanted it so bad we didn't care where to work out.
To your average person, you tell them, hey, I'm going to this old guy's house and I don't know where to go train wrestling, to go train for professional wrestling in his backyard, where there's iguanas falling out of trees.
No, literally.
Like, we would probably get crazy looks, but that's how bad we just wanted to make it happen.
It would rain. We had trees falling on the ring. The next day it was cleaned up and we were back in the ring. Wet, it didn't matter, you know?
Taught us to be better workers.
You still remember Rusty's dog running in the ring? What was his name?
Yeah, it was Sadie. And
yeah, something like that.
He had two.
Yeah,
Sadie
he had 2 dogs. He loved his
yeah.
dogs. The dogs would run in the ring, drop down, leapfrog us. It was hilarious. Man.
He would either scream at somebody for messing something up or scream at the dogs for fighting and having to tear them apart.
Sadie.
It was very unique training experience. I can't say it was your average in a warehouse, normal with maybe AC. I can't say.
But he was so welcoming that we wouldn't miss a practice every Saturday and every Sunday. 11 in the morning, we were all there. Even us, we lived about 45 minutes away, and we would drive from Miami all the way to Hollandale. It was Hollandale, just to be at his house.
I wasn't a morning person. He would have to drag me out of my bed. My mom would just be like, "Yeah, she's still sleeping."
Yep.
Take me out of bed, let's go.
And the times that I couldn't get her out, I would get to school and Rusty, the first thing he would do was scream at me, "Where's Priscilla? Where's Priscilla?" And
probably took a lot of heat.
I took a lot of heat, but it was worth it. And the reason why I am very grateful to be on the Rusty was because obviously this is like my sister to me since we were kids. She always wanted to be wrestling, and he saw her, he took her under his wing, and he literally loved her more than anybody I've ever met in the business. He loved her dearly, and that to me means a lot, because if I feel a little responsible to bring her into the business, you know what I mean? And then she just said, "I'm going," and she took it upon herself. She made it, and he said it from the first day he met her. He goes, "She got it," and he wasn't wrong. So, and I'm very happy that he got to see her make it. That means a lot to me.
Absolutely, it means the world to me, knowing that he would watch my matches on AEW Dark or on AEW whenever I would have them. it just helps me sleep at night, knowing that he was just proud of me and I could bring him some comfort, you know, in his last couple of months or days. But he's, man, he really did take me under his wing. He put me on a pedestal. None of that ever got to my head though. Till this day, I keep that humility that he instilled in me, and it's gotten me this far in my career. So if it ain't fixed, if it ain't broken, I'm not gonna fix it. So.
Well, I'll say this: Priscilla, Ricky, Diamante, Maxx Stardom, two tough individuals. You guys bring it, but can take it as well. And I want to, Ricky, we'll wrap this up, but do you remember how you met Rusty, or how you even found out about the school?
I honestly, when I first started training in the beginning, it was with Soul Man. Soul Man had a school in the Boondocks, and it was just like in the middle of nowhere. And then I would bring her. Then Soul Man went to CCW, and then I would bring her, and we started training. But then Rusty, I believe CCW closed down or something happened. Rusty said, "Come to my house. I got you." And he literally never charged us a dime.
I said that in there when we were telling stories about him. I said I went to pay Rusty one time,
Yep.
and he
almost
literally
kicked our
gave
ass.
me my money back. And I told everybody, hey, don't get heat with me. This is not my fault. I tried to pay for training, but
Yep.
Rusty didn't want my money.
He literally said he took everybody else's money, but he never took a dime from me, and he never took a dime from her. And then I always asked him why. He's like, because I know you two will make it. And he's
like,
partially right.
We,
You know?
we did him justice.
You did too.
Yeah,
Come
you
on,
did,
stop
man.
that.
I'm still working on it, but
You're doing your thing.
I
Come
always
on.
told her if she made it, I made it. So I'm happy. You know, I'm already content. If I can retire tomorrow, I'm happy. You know, I'm happy to see family on TV. So.
Well, the thing with meeting Rusty too, you were doing backyard wrestling when you were little with George.
Oh yeah, I was
I remember
a
that.
16-year-old girl in high school.
George would always say, "Come to the show." I'm George. I can't go to backyard wrestling. I just can't do it. I can't. Come on, you got to come see our shows.
At the time, George was the treasurer at the school, at the high school I went to,
Yeah.
Miami High. Shout out Stingeries, class of 09.
Shaky, rest in peace, Shaky.
Oh, Shaky. Oh, I was really
damn.
good friends with Eric, his son, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Shaky, man.
Yeah, and there was a rule that you had to graduate before you wrestled at George's promotion, but you know. I know maybe one person who bent those rules, there was an exception for those rules, and
Yes.
you know, that was for me. So,
Good times.
yeah.
Oh
really
man.
good times.
Well,
And, yeah.
it's just interesting.
Yeah, it's not
just the
every
whole
day that we
thing.
get to sit and reminisce. On
I
how
know,
we
like
started,
that
you know?
and all. So
But
it's
now
really nice.
I'm
today.
sitting here. I'm starting to see.
Yeah, and then he trained Mannix, and we were like,
Yeah.
you know, Mannix took us to.
We were the network, then we were the system, and then we got bought off. Yeah, a lot of cool things.
Remember Michael Mannix. Yeah, Michael Mannix. Big University of Miami fan, Michael Mannix.
He was actually one of the original Rusty Brooks students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Along with like MVP and
MVP,
Connor.
Connor, no, JB Cool. It was a good little crew that was on the Rusties.
That's a really good crew. Wow, that's
Yeah.
an impressive crew.
Yes.
All the talent and what they've been able to do, indies and beyond,
Yes.
with that.
Yeah.
Well, listen, thank you for spending a few minutes to share those memories and thoughts. Appreciate it so much. Continue doing what you all are doing, okay?
Thank you.